So for anybody who watched our Bleach quote unquote review, this is the Doctor again with Typical Manga Fan, and now with this video we will be gushing about One Piece. And yes, I do believe gushing will be the right word. Especially since
Gush, yeah.
Especially since I know you like Cora-san very much.
Yeah, Cora-san, man. Oh, Cora-san. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cora-san, no.
I was actually like, I didn't read the whole. I thought I had, but I didn't read the whole thing until today. So I realized there's like a very part at the very end I missed until just today. But we'll get into that when we get there.
Okay.
This week's chapter, though, we start off with our latest chapter in the cover story. Like Jinbei apparently goes to like what looks like a shrine or place for offerings, and it's empty. What I guess is why the sea monsters were.
It's always interesting how you can tell.
Yeah, I think you broke up a bit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did you say?
Oh, I was going to say, like, it's kind of interesting how Oda can basically tell a story with just one page, like one panel,
like one picture and a sentence.
And it's so much stories in it.
It's a shame they stopped animating these.
They really should.
I mean, they only did it with Calmepo and Buggy.
Yeah.
I mean, which does things like make Django and Full Body being in the Marines like a sudden swerve, like unexpected or unexplained.
Well, the thing about it is that they actually do. Oftentimes, if you pay attention, they do come back into the actual main story and they explain everything. Like, oh, how did these guys end up here? Oh, well, it's because these guys were here and there. You know, like with Helmelpo and what was the other guy name?
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah. We found out how they ended up with Garp and all that stuff. So yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah. And like I said, this is like Oda's mastery at work. Like these things always do usually become important, at least directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so we've got that first chapter here. First part of it is I guess a flashback within a flashback of Doflamingo killing his father.
Ah, man, that's so sad.
Question.
It's sad.
Quick question down here. The very top of that page. Do you have the page up in front of you right now?
Yeah, I see.
Like I said, we're seeing all these guys. We have Virgo, Treble, Rocinante, Dofi. Who's the guy on the left?
That was the one with the nose. It's the same guy from the guy on the right.
Treble?
Yeah, Treble. Yeah.
But in his pic, Treble is wearing like those. If he's wearing glasses, they're kind of like lengthy glasses. They look like perfectly round, so I can't quite tell.
It's the same guy because you can also see the nose is the same too, and there is something drooping from his nose.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
Treble.
That's what I was thinking on there, but it's like at first I couldn't quite tell because I was wondering if it was like Lao G or something.
No, it's definitely Treble. There's no doubt.
Yeah, because Lao G doesn't wear glasses anyway.
It's just the angle you're seeing him at. That's why the glasses look weird.
And then sort of like how like right below that, like Doflamingo almost looks a little bit like Zoro.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. Well. Yeah. Yeah, that's just manga at work, though.
Yeah.
Well, then again, why does every girl look like Nami? You know?
Yeah. Or if they don't look like Nami, they don't look like humans.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I like Nico Robin. She looks very unique.
Yeah. Like I said, if there's gonna be a weakness in Oda's art, it's mostly the fact that he's better at it now than he was. But female characters are not his strong suit, at least in terms of design.
So yeah, there's a flaw that we point out with Oda. See, guys, we don't just gush over him. There's a flaw right there.
Yes, we're not fanboys. We're just biased. Okay, I'm a fanboy. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said, we're getting that. We pretty much see, and I guess the guy's, like I said, occurs to me the father's passive him is like just a crazy degree. He actually is willing, I guess, letting Doflamingo shoot.
Well, yeah, because he's such a nice. He's just like a kind-hearted person. He's like, yeah, if this is gonna get you back your life, I'm willing to sacrifice my life. That's what it says to me. I mean, he doesn't say it, but that's why he's like, I'm sorry you have to have a father like me or something like that.
Actually,
and it really
small detail I just noticed.
What?
Doflamingo is holding the gun to his head, right?
Yeah. He's
gonna take his head to Marijo to get reinstated to the Holy Land, right?
Yeah.
Do you see the flaw here?
Well, I mean, it's not blowing his head off. It's just.
It's a musket. It probably would. It's like a musket pistol. It probably would, or at least do enough damage. And it's not like a pinpoint. It's not exactly a pinpoint weapon. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's just something I just now.
That's a nitpick. That's a nitpick.
It is a nitpick. I was just like, Hang on, wait a second here.
I don't know. I think he just killed him and cut his head off. Whatever remained of his head, whatever.
It didn't work anyway.
So I gotta ask you, why? This guy, I want to see him as a I can't pronounce it. World Noble, whatever it is. Terry something.
Just say Celestial Dragon.
Celestial Dragon. There you go. I want to see what his father was like as a Celestial Dragon. Like if he was kind-hearted like that, you know? Like what God was he always like this? Was there like an event that made him change? Because you know.
Well, I was about to say like could have been meeting Otohime, but that was after this.
Yeah.
Fishman Island and all that was after this.
I don't know, but I know his wife was the same way too. So I was like, and his son seemed. I mean, the second
Rocinante, yeah.
Yeah. They were. Yeah, I mean, they were nice people.
Yeah. So Doflamingo is both the exception and the rule.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the that's the genius here. You know, that's the genius right there. Okay, so we go to the next page where you can see him doing his cage technique, where he traps everyone inside, and everyone's basically killing each other. And of course, you know, blah 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 blah. Everyone's like, "What the hell are you trying to? You know, what the hell are you attacking me for?" Blah blah blah. Next page. Oh yeah, and you know who that kid is? The kid who's like, "Don't run away, Dory. Where are you going?" You know who that kid is?
Wait, where is this? Which page is that?
It's the kid running away from the cage. Dory. When they talk about Dory, if it's not the page you're on, it's page after.
Let's see here. Oh, okay.
You know who he is?
I'm almost inclined to say Bellamy.
Look at his chin. What do you see on his chin?
Band-Aid. Where am I seeing a Band-Aid before?
No, that's his cheek, not.
Chin.
Chin. Yeah. What does it look like? What shape is it?
Let's see here. This is in the upper left corner, right?
Yep.
Can't get too good of a look at it there.
What? It's an X, right?
Oh, so Drake?
Yep, it's Drake. It's confirmed. From what I heard. Or very close. It's so obvious because you can remember X Drake was a Marine.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing as Rocinante then.
Yeah, and remember that they even said like Dory was very strong, and so yeah, it turns out this kid is X Drake.
Dory would, in Japanese at least, Dory could turn into Drake very easily.
I wouldn't know that, but yeah.
Well, that's just how it's spelled. Like it's most cases it's sort of D-O, Doreku.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know anything about Japanese. So yeah, next we go. So it's actually they even said he's stronger than any of us. So why does he have like no balls? And well, eventually he did get balls. And I guess maybe that's one of the reasons why he chose to become a pirate. I don't know. We don't know much of his story.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to him eventually, I'm sure.
So yeah, and so we basically see Doflamingo basically coming like, okay, yeah, you guys are all idiots. Blah blah blah. Next page. I mean, it's just Doflamingo being Doflamingo, and everyone's being cowardly. And I want to say I feel bad for them, but I kind of don't.
Yeah, I mean,
not really.
They're pirates. They aren't exactly the nice people to begin with, so whatever.
Yeah, but the Marines are caught in there too.
Yeah, true.
And well, we can say shit about the world government. Like the world government is bad, but the Marines, especially at that level, they don't really know better. So, and yeah, they're looting like pirates.
Yep.
I wonder when Bellamy comes in, because I know Bellamy joins the pirates eventually, and he kind of takes over.
He was kind of like he was kind of like a low-ranking member to begin with, so he's not gonna be like in the inner circle like these guys are.
Yeah, but but like Doflamingo left him his crew, like his the Laughing Crew, whatever it's called, the Hyena Crew, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So he had to be like maybe in the middle, not executive, but probably in the middle, to the point where he's like, okay, you're worthy enough that you can take my flag basically, but you're not worthy enough that you can live with me in Dressrosa and become an executive.
Yeah, you're not family.
Yeah, you're not family.
Yeah. And as we're going through the page here, I'm still amazed at just how tiny Baby 5 is compared to Buffalo.
I know, right? And Baby 5 is so likable and cute, and like she's a bitch in the future. I kind of feel bad about that.
We know who to blame for that.
Yeah. I'm glad Law didn't go. I'm glad Law didn't go through all this crap. When he grew up.
Well, yeah.
Okay, next page. Do you see Cora-san just being like, "Yeah, look at me"? It's just. I know, it's so funny, right? It's hilarious. I mean, this is a guy who I thought would be taken so seriously when he was introduced, because the first thing he did was throw Law like into a building or something like that.
Throw him into a trash pile, what it was,
or whatever like that. Yeah.
And just make little peace signs.
This guy has so much personality. That's the thing. Like, how is this guy? Not only how is this guy a Marine, but how is this guy Doflamingo's brother? And he went through all this crap as a kid. So how is he Doflamingo's and he's Doflamingo's brother too? How is he like this?
I don't know. Like, he has a soul.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you funny.
True.
He has a heart. He has a heart. That's why it's called Cora-san, right?
Yep. I think. Yeah, that actually does mean heart, doesn't it? Like, I forget exactly what language it is.
That's Spanish. Spanish.
Oh, okay.
It's Spanish. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah. Because I think like whatever they were named after a pirate, like a privateer or whatever, or a captain who was from Spain. I think I could be wrong on that.
Well, if you think about Don Quixote, that's a Spanish fairy tale or Spanish literature.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a pirate.
No, Don Quixote was. Have you ever heard of tilting at windmills before?
No.
Basically, Don Quixote was actually. I just realized that it actually makes it kind of perfect for the father, but basically Don Quixote was a old man who had wasn't quite in touch with reality and thought he was like a gallant knight and went out on trying to find adventures. But he lived in reality.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like he's not sure if I can think of a good example right of him, but he thought he was like the big hero in a world that's not heroic, like in the real world.
Okay. Oh, cool. Then that's basically his father. Oh, that's more intelligent. That is his father.
I know. Just while I was saying it, only just occurred to me there. Because it seemed odd that Doflamingo would be like that, because it didn't seem like to fit the story there. But the father was idealistic, but very naive.
As I was saying before. Oh, you keep talking. Yeah.
Sorry, the original Don Quixote is more senile than anything, but still, that kind of applies. Now, your turn. Sorry.
That's fine. Now we're seeing even more of Oda's genius. Like, it's all coming together, and we don't even notice. Like, we didn't even know that. So it's his father that was the guy.
He's very good at setting up these little things that build up. Like, hockey was like that too. Like, because you have Mantra and Skypiea well before we ever see hockey officially. And even way back in the first chapter, I think it's supposed to be confirmed that that's what Shanks did.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're so Doflamingo, I think, is sitting on top of Law basically. Mm-hmm. This is why Law can't open the box. And yeah, Law is basically like, what the frick's going on? Well, next page.
It's not that Doflamingo's not sitting on it, but someone probably is. Or like there's other stuff on top of the box.
No, you see him on the top page. He's sitting on something like a.
But then he shows up later. He arrives later. He's not with Corazon right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, my bad, yeah. Because I remember they were somewhere else at the end, but yeah. And they Corazon, and they catch Corazon, and I wanted Corazon to put up more of a fight, but I guess he was so injured he can't really do that.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know how much of a fighter he is to begin with. I mean, he's not weak, but
I kind of feel like as the brother of Doflamingo, who is one of the strongest characters so far, I felt he could have put up something more, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a really interesting debut. I mean, he threw Law really far. So he looked very powerful too, you know, and he was quiet because of. Yeah. Let's see. And yeah, he's basically saying, you know, I didn't want to talk to you at all, so whatever.
Yeah, which is actually kind of badass in the face of death right there.
Oh, he already came to terms with his death, like.
Well, but still, I mean, still.
I gotta say, do you know he died like a D, in a way, right?
Yeah, because he dies because he's smiling.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of interesting, considering that the D's were like the Celestial Dragon Boogeyman.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, well, I mean, we again just want to tell you, everyone who's listening, we've already read the chapter, so we'll probably make references, but you know, I'm assuming that everyone else has read the chapter too. So there we go.
And even then, we're telling you what's going on anyway, at least in general.
Yeah. So anyway, they're coming in, and then his brother is Corazon's having a little last smoke, and we see the two brothers confront each other, and yeah.
And he tells Doflamingo he's already fed the fruit to Law, like force-fed him, in fact.
I'm still shocked that these guys are brothers. You know, that's the scary part. Like, they're so different.
I know. I mean, did they just get Rocinante out of there early enough?
Well, I think he came to the Marines, like, literally after his dad died.
Yeah, because that's kind of what we see here on like that little flash within a flash right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, I still found it funny. Like, the way Of course, but even then, you see, the flashback, he's crying a lot, so you can see that he's been traumatized, and maybe that's one of the reasons why he's the way he is now. And but I mean, maybe that's why he developed such a sense of humor, which is kind of weird because his humor, like, it's very high. It's very like because he looks like a hyena, right? I'm sure that's the point. And it's like the crew's all about like laughing and all that crap. And I feel like that Cora-san, the way we laugh at him is not even laughing at him. It's kind of like laughing with him. Like we love his type of comedy.
Yeah. He's like the jester or the clown kind of thing.
I think that's exactly. I think that's the point. And again,
with the makeup.
Yeah. The makeup makes him look cool. I mean, I can't see anyone ever cosplaying as him because that would just look weird. But in a manga world, it works. And he's like, "Yep, I am Marine. I'm a commander." So.
And also, like I said, at this point, like Corazon tells Doflamingo that he fed the fruit to Law and that got lost out of the birdcage before Doflamingo put it down. And here he gets lucky because we find out that the Marines are sheltering who is apparently Drake.
Yeah.
Like.
We don't really know much about Drake though, so.
Yeah, but at least with this we kind of get like a little common thread, maybe a teaser for later on.
Probably.
Yeah. I wonder if Drake will be the next arc, because we've still got to deal with Kaido next, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Either Kaido or Big Mom.
Anyway, so, basically, Doflamingo's pretty pissed off, and you could see that Doflamingo, like, doesn't really care that his brother's, like, dying. Which is, you can see that he's already far gone. You know, he's, like, too far gone in terms of his mentality, his sanity.
Sociopathy would probably be more accurate here.
Yeah, sociopath.
And also, he kind of screws himself later in a way without realizing it. Because after he's talking about like what he's going to do with Law, and like, well, if he's already eaten the op fruit, I'll need to raise him so that he knows to die for my sake. And without knowing that Law is right there, hearing every word of that.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because he made it such that Law that they can't hear Law, right?
Right.
But I guess he could hear them.
Right. The sound doesn't. At least he's reacting to the speech, at least. So.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's magic, whatever. No need to put logic behind. I mean, as long as
actually, it does make sense if you think about it, because Law would need to hear what's going on outside, so he would know when it's safe to move.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about the magic thing is like, as long as you say, "Hey, it's because of magic," and not actually try to explain it and fail at explaining it, like Kubo, it's fine. Like, as long as you say it's magic and it's because of the world, the way the world is, it's fine. You know.
Or in this case, it's got devil fruit power.
He
calls it a spell, but still.
Yeah. Like they don't try to explain how his abilities work. They just says it works, and I'm fine with that.
They give you like the basic idea of the power, and just like do whatever you can think of with it.
Let your imagination run wild, basically.
Yep. And without it, that's either never a good idea or always a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, this is the man who created Obahan time.
So let's see. What's the point of talking back? Blah blah blah. And. Yeah, so I'm a little behind, but he was talking about how Law needed to die for him. Why must I, for the second time, kill my own flesh and blood? I don't think Doflamingo really gives a shit about killing his own flesh and blood.
It's like it's all about him, basically, in his own mind.
You know, it's kind of interesting for someone who's killed both of his biological, two of his members of his family, like biological members of his family. He's really big about family. You notice that? Loyal
family is probably what it is. Like loyal family that serves him.
Maybe that's why he's making it, because he somehow, I think maybe he got like affected by how he. I mean, he did it cold-heartedly, but I think somewhere deep inside he must have felt like he must have been affected by killing his own father. So maybe that's why he's subconsciously trying to make his own family, but make it in his twisted way of a new family, you know?
Yeah. Or maybe maybe his father's like attention actually did stick, just got twisted into Doflamingo's personality.
You know, I think Doflamingo's flaw, like was his weakness, is being alone. I think that's his weakness. I think he cannot stand being alone, because once everyone is gone from him, I think that's when he's truly gone. Like that's when he's truly lost.
And you know, in a sense, that actually works in another way, because he started this fight alongside Treble.
Yeah.
And I think we've just seen here, like Treble is the one who's been with him longer than anyone other than Virgo, who's gone. And I think he's also like the only like big bad who's actually started the fight along as a double team.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, this is a really heartbreaking scene where basically, Cora-san's telling him like, yeah, don't worry about it, just stay here, and and don't worry, Doflamingo won't kill me. I'm his only brother, and we all know that Cora-san's lying.
Yes.
But and he even says it's really weird. He says I love you, and he does it in such a really weird, ridiculous way that it sort of ruins the mood, but in a way it replaces it with something new, better, like laughing. It takes away the sadness and makes you laugh. And I think that's what Cora-san's, that's definitely what Oda's going for. This is what he wants, a laugh. And so it's a great
it's like you've been saying before, like when we've talked about this, like we know going in, Corazon is doomed.
Yeah.
But he's like has such a happy personality, such an optimistic personality. You can't help but love him anyway.
And even Law, like on the left panel, is laughing. Like even in this situation, he's laughing. It's just amazing how much I love this guy. Like Cora-san has become one of my favorite characters, and it's we've only had like 5-6 chapters of this guy. I mean, really,
give or take, yeah.
Yeah, in a flashback, no less, And of course now, Law basically has to not see but hear what's going on, and he's basically imagining everything that's happening. And then he talks about how and he basically says, yeah, Law's free. He's triumphed over fate. I mean, this is a guy who just went through so many hospitals and so much despair in his life. With his sister dying, and his parents dying, and seeing the nun die, and all his children die. I mean, just having this guy make this great speech, it really. I would say it would bring a tear to my eye, but I'm not crying. So,
well, wait till we get this animated.
Yeah, wait till we get this animated. And you can see that he's so. And when he says he's free, you really feel for Law. Mm-hmm. And of course, at that moment, Doflamingo pulls the gun.
Yep.
I pulled the trigger on the gun multiple times, and you can see there's no reaction. And even his executives seem to have like a grimace on their face, like, "Oh man, I can't believe we have to do this,"
Yep. He owed me $10.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you see, and you see like little flashbacks of Cora-san being a happy guy, like a great guy. Mm-hmm. Just this guy would definitely fit on Luffy's crew. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. Like he's like he's like a mix between like father figure and brother figure for Law.
Yeah. And this is actually what broke me. The fact that he knew he was going to die, but he was trying to hold on just for Law, just so he could hold on to the
because once he dies, his devil fruit power would fade out.
Yeah, basically.
And that's kind of what I missed when I went to this the first time. Actually, like after all that's done, like Law gets out of the chest, and does he sneak out of the chest, or does he actually use his power to get out? Do you know?
I think he sneaks out.
Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Like on the
he opens the treasure chest.
On next to his page is like on the upper right there.
Yeah. He opens the treasure chest.
But and then but at the same time you can see that he's just wailing, he's crying. And then what I missed before, and I didn't realize till I kind of reread it, was like you can tell the exact moment that Corazon passes on, because that's when you actually start hearing him cry too. That's when you get the sound of it.
Oh man, yeah, that is what kills me. The way this is played out, seeing someone die that way slowly, like like the exact moment the guy dies, it's just so heartbreaking.
And he starts getting buried by the snow too.
Oh yeah, that's even killer. So we first off we see that he can't follow Law, because Law basically Law basically is on that ship now, I think, right? That battleship.
No, he's not. On the very last page, you see him walking away crying.
While
those guys are trying to get back on their Flamingo ship.
Oh yeah, because they got. I remember they got X Drake, right?
Yeah, the Marines got Drake.
And they thought that was Law. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and Doffy and them thought it was Law.
Okay, so yeah, so Law basically walks away.
Yeah, he pretty much just walks away. Like he's pretty much out of the. That's like Corazon said. He's free.
And yeah, you can see him dying, and then the snow covering his body. It's just, my gosh, man.
Like I said, if you're not crying now, you probably will.
Oh man, I'm starting to get sad, man. I'm just reading this. I'm reading this, man. I'm just starting to get sad. Oh my gosh! And the fact that Law just lets it out, and then he does it at the same time as the cannons fire, so they don't notice him.
I was wondering about that, but yeah, you're right. Like why they're not responding, because he's not that far away from them.
Yeah, I mean,
but you're right. He's getting drowned out.
Oh my gosh, his cries for help, like his cries of despair, basically is unheard, only by him.
Yep.
So in a way, it's another type of silence, you know.
Yep.
Um.
And in a weird sort of way, it's fitting for like morning Cora-san.
Yeah, so much noise it's actually drowned out.
Mm-hmm.
But my gosh, just the snow, and it even says like you are now truly free. You see the wheeze, like his breathing, and it stops, and then the snow comes. It's just I just cannot. You got everyone still listening to us. You know, basically like gush over One Piece. You gotta see these panels for yourself. This page. Because I cannot describe to you how what I'm feeling right now with what I'm seeing. I mean, I am fanboying hard right now, and and this is not even a main character, you know. I mean, just I care more about this guy than I did about any guy. Like most characters in Bleach and most characters in Naruto.
Yeah.
I say most because I'm not gonna say all. It's but
because there's always a little character. Like for me, there's Hinata, for example.
Yeah. Ah man. And of course, and I don't know what my your translation says, but mine says, "A preserved life and his melancholy into the distance disappear."
Wait, where is that?
It's on the bottom.
Oh, I don't know if I got it. Let me get back in there now. No. I've been kind of moving around other stuff while we were talking because it just says we are past the page already.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I always did wonder why Law's pirate symbol was always so similar to Doflamingo's, but I guess that explains it now.
Yeah, like I said, I saw that one pic before where like it looks more like Corazon's goofy smile.
Yeah, and it was also weird because before we knew that, like it was weird because Law never really smiled. So I was like, where does that symbol come from? You know, I always did wonder that. I was like, why no one's has any type of ability like that, and no one's smiling, no one's laughing. So what is this supposed to be like a joke or an irony or something? Yep. And now we know it's Corazon, and that is, man, he must have had Corazon come in like the idea of Corazon really for a long time.
Yep. I do like at least that he's not trying to emulate Cora-san. Like he's not trying to be like happy-go-lucky himself. He is a serious guy.
Yeah.
Which is why I love his interaction with the Straw Hats early on.
Yeah.
Like in Punk Hazard, like you can tell like there's so many moments on his face like what the hell did I get myself into?
But as we said before,
I mean they tie Chopper to his head and even Robin is busting the gut over on the side.
Yeah. If you get a reaction out of Robin, then you know something's going on.
Yeah. Actually, we've been getting more reactions out of her lately.
Like, the Tantatas, or Tankata, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Tantata. Yeah. They call them dwarfs, but I just can't think of them as dwarfs.
Yeah, the Tantatas.
Because I think of dwarves, I'm thinking like Warcraft or Tolkien dwarves, which are like big, like stubby, bearded guys.
Yeah.
And in some cases, bearded women. Because in Tolkien or Pratchett, the women have the beards too.
Yeah, apparently. So anyway, but that's so they got a reaction out of Robin. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's kind of interesting how he dies with a smile on his. Corazon dies with a smile on his face, and it's so D-like. It's like this guy may be born as a celestial dragon, but he's a D at heart. This guy's a D at heart.
Again, like I said, it's kind of it adds to the irony, or I don't know. I can never remember if irony is the right word here, just because like the D's are like the dragon's boogeymen. Like they're like that's like the thing on there, like he's telling Law, like the D's are the stories that the parents tell to make their children quote unquote behave.
Is it me, or did his dad also die with a smile on his face?
I think he did, or at least the last panel. Let's see here.
Let me check really quickly. At least, yes, he did. He did. The last panel was him smiling. So I think that maybe that's the thing. They're so kind-hearted that they're kind of like the D's. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's you know.
I wonder if that could actually be it. Maybe there actually is some D in there and they don't realize it or don't know it.
Yeah. Huh. That is interesting. Like maybe a D somehow married into the family, but I don't see it because the Celestial Dragons are so arrogant. I'm sure they're inbreeding, you know.
Well, like I said, it's hard to say for sure. Because remember, like the first time we saw them, the son like took just a random woman off the street as one of his extra wives.
Yeah.
So it's possible there's some kind of breeding program going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that woman was free. I'm gonna assume that because I know the pirates caused a lot of ruckus. So
maybe didn't have time to get her moved around there.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that she was sent free.
Yeah. Or at least like got free in the commotion.
You know what? One Piece is not that dark. Like it's not that dark. Which I appreciate.
It can get dark in the right circumstances. Like
it doesn't get dark in that way though.
Yeah. The Oxen House would be an example of it though.
Like I'm not afraid that Nami's gonna get raped by a pirate anytime soon. Like no. That's not gonna happen.
No. Like I said, the slavery ring is probably the darkest it gets in a lot of ways.
So anyway, before we cut off, I want everyone to have a moment of silence for Cora-san, please. And there we go.
Okay, I was even bowing my head.
You get it though? A moment of silence.
I do now. Yes.
And then one guy even said, "This chapter really left me speechless."
Ha ha ha.
Oh my god, there's so many puns I'm reading in the comments right now.
What? Where are you reading that there's comments?
Manga stream right now.
Oh, okay. There are comments on Manga stream?
Yeah.
Huh. I did not realize that.
You have to go to the end of the chapter.
Oh, very, very. Okay. That's probably. I don't really go after the last pages there.
Yeah, one guy even said Cora-san's one of the best characters in One Piece. Like,
easily. Like I said, the way he died in here, the only thing that I find comparable to it, and I mentioned this in the Otaku forum post that I put in there for One Piece, is Here Look from the drum mark.
Yeah.
I said you didn't read or watch all the early stuff, right? You said.
I watched the 4Kids version of the early stuff, so whatever.
You poor bastard.
Oh, what you say?
You poor bastard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it did at least introduce me to it. I don't think it put that.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true enough. And I said, when I first got into One Piece, it was like you mentioned before how they had canceled the print version of Jump. The print version is actually what got me into One Piece in the first place.
Yeah.
Because like the very first time it was released, it was like a preview chapter of it. I saw that. I saw Naruto. I saw Bleach. I don't think Bleach was in there at the time, but it's like I saw those. And I remember even thinking at the time that One Piece had a really weird art style, which I know is like a thing that turns a lot of people off initially.
Yeah, I believe I know Naruto was 1999. Bleach was 2001. I think One Piece was also 1999.
Yeah.
Or maybe around there. Maybe around there. Maybe a little earlier. Whatever.
Yeah, it might have been. Because I remember like where I was, it was about that time, give or take. I think One Piece had been around for a while. It's in Japan. Because I think when I first started getting into it in Japan, they were just finishing up Skypiea.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, when I first started following the manga, like, when I actually started looking for scans and things like that, like, one of the first chapters I saw was the ending of Skypiea where we find Enru's going to the moon.
Oh, yeah. Man, Enru. Yeah, what a... Yeah. I skipped the Skypiea. I mean, I read up on it, so I know what happens, but yeah.
That arc is probably better taken in one shot rather than, like, week by week.
Yeah. By the way, One Piece started in 1997.
Okay. Yeah, that's about... Okay. That means we're at about 17 years?
I was 3 years old.
Damn. That was half my life ago. Well, not even... A little more than that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's always an age difference between us, but... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, it's... Well, at least it's great that... This chapter is really great, and again, I feel like we do kind of gush over One Piece, but there's a reason for it. I mean, we don't gush over One Piece because it's One Piece. We gush over One Piece because it's good.
Yes.
And we're not gonna like love every chapter. I mean, we will point out stuff that we don't like. I mean, I know you don't like the whole Usopp thing with the whole
Usopp's first defeat of Sugar, to be specific.
Yeah, but I mean, I like that. But you know, that's the difference right there.
Yeah.
And of course, I also not a big fan of.
And I'll even say like this, I didn't like Usopp's first defeat, but her second defeat made up for it because one led to the other.
Yeah, and also I sometimes don't like how it often like some of the things like how Sanji's nosebleed somehow actually became a plot line. That was kind of dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was dumb. That was.
It was amusing, but it was. I could see what you mean right there.
It was stupid. Like I couldn't take it seriously. So yeah, there's some stuff that I just some of the humor doesn't always go with me. But like I think this flashback, it's got to be one of my favorite flashbacks. I mean, is it better than Nico Robin's flashback? Because that's the bar that's been set. The Nico Robin flashback.
I don't know. Cause I got to it earlier, so my bar would probably be around Nami and Chopper, which are both sad. I mean, not as genocidal as Robin's was, but on a more personal level, they were.
Yeah.
I'd say at the equal at minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. It's hard to say. Like I think Oda did make an effort to make this a little more memorable, maybe because Law's not a main character.
Yeah.
There might have been maybe.
Well, he's a D, so then that's kind of not really main character status, but like really close. Mm-hmm. So.
I think it gives him important status.
Yeah.
Especially if he maintains the alliance with Luffy going down the road there.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Yeah, which we can probably expect, but still.
Yeah. Alright, so is there anything left?
No, I mean that's it. That's the end of the chapter. Unless there's anything else you wanted to bring up on either one of them.
No, we're good to go, I think.
All right. Well, like I said, that was been our discussion of either whether it's one video or two. We're still not sure if we're going to split this up yet. But between them, we discussed one Bleach and One Piece. And so we'll probably do this again. Maybe discuss other manga or series along the time. And hey, like I said, depending on how the Otaku Worldwide analysis thread works out, maybe we can make it like a big group thing.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know they had the club and all that, so.
Yep. And if you're wondering what we're talking about there, that's a brand new anime discussion forum, Otaku Worldwide. It's pretty much otakuworldwide.boards.net. Go and check it out.
Yep.
Right. And then, so everybody, I hope anybody who, well, I can't really say watched, but everybody who listened to this enjoyed. Thank you very much, and have a good week.
All right. Have a nice day, guys. A week, too, yeah.
Yeah. One of them.
Yeah.
Have a good remainder of your time. Just wait for it.
Yeah. What he said.
All right.